Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and I am feeling great today. I am in an exceptionally good mood. I'm feeling very happy. And do you guys know why? Do you hear that? Listen. Do you hear that? Exactly. Silence. Utter, complete silence. None of my neighbors are home today. There's nobody playing loud music. There's nobody screaming. No kids running around. No dogs barking. No douchebag motorcycle bros driving by. So today is one of those days where I'm going to record a bunch of videos in a row because it's very rare for me to have this kind of, this space of silence for me to do my stuff. But anyway, so here's the thing. Today I'm going to be talking about something that a lot of you might not even have known was a thing unless you're a fan of K-pop like I am. But there was a very recent controversy regarding Spotify and the KakaoM not really K-pop, but South Korean music in general, Distributor, and it was something that really affected me personally. But first, let me explain. You guys should know at this point, and if you don't, you're about to find out. I am very addicted to K-pop, Asian music in general, but K-pop is my absolute favorite. I actually recorded a video explaining that I listened to 8 hours of K-pop straight in a row, and in case that seems extreme, watch the video, watch that vlog, and you'll understand why. And the thing is that K-pop is a genre that always makes me feel happy. It always makes me feel upbeat, makes me want to get up and dance, so it always puts me in a good mood regardless of how bad I'm feeling. And a few weeks ago, something very strange happened on Spotify. Literally from one day to the next, it was just overnight. A lot of the songs that I listened to just disappeared. They just vanished without a trace, and it seemed very strange. And it was very I have different custom playlists, for different K-pop groups that I listen to, and one very long playlist called Ultimate K-pop, that I myself made with songs from different artists. And I noticed that when I was coming back home and I was gonna listen to some K-pop, and I noticed that a lot of the songs just randomly disappeared, like they were removed from the playlist, and it seemed very strange. And I obviously didn't do this, so when I thought it was maybe just a weird glitch in the matrix or something. Then I got home and I turned on my Wi-Fi to try to update everything, and still nothing happened. For some reason, a lot of the songs that I listened to just vanished into thin air. So then I went to the settings and I chose the option to show me all of the unplayable songs, and the songs that I put in those playlists were still there, but they were like blacked out, they were transparent. I couldn't see them. I could see them, but I couldn't play them, and I searched and searched and searched, and there was one case where an entire K-pop band called 4 Minute that I had a full playlist of with I think 5 songs completely disappeared, and a few other songs, miscellaneous songs from other playlists as well. And my ultimate K-pop playlist was just gone, and I kept searching for the songs on Spotify and they just wouldn't pop up no matter what I tried to do. It's like they literally disappeared off the face of the earth, I thought it was really strange. So then naturally I took to the internet to try and find answers on forums, and people who might have gone through the same problem. And I actually found a few different solutions, and I literally tried every single one. I tried every possible solution in the book. I tried every possible solution in the book, and to the point of just simply logging in, logging out, clearing my cache, uninstalling and reinstalling Spotify on my phone, my tablet, my computer, everywhere that Spotify is available. I tried reinstalling it, and I did everything. I cleaned out the cache on my phone and my other devices. I literally did everything, and actually at one point I talked to a friend of mine, and he let me use his Spotify account to look for the songs, and even through his account I couldn't find the songs that I was looking for. So it wasn't just my account specifically. There was really actually something that was going on, I went on Twitter, on Spotify's Twitter page and on their Facebook, and I went everywhere to try and find somebody going through the same problem so they could give me a solution, but there was no news about it. It was like an isolated thing. And then it's a very complicated thing, because needless to say, I was not in a very good mood. I wasn't really feeling very happy. That the music that I most consumed, throughout my day that actually made me feel happy was gone. you know, and it was weird because it was my most favorite songs by certain groups were completely gone, you know. So I mean, guys, my addiction to K-pop has gotten to the point where I have to listen to, you know, a few songs a day. Like I don't have to listen to it all day, you know, I don't have to listen to it for hours, but if I just listen to a few select songs that I enjoy the most, you know, my day is already spent, you know. And if I can't do that, I start to go a little crazy. I start to get like this itch, you know, this uncontrollable itch, and it was really freaking insane. But anyway, so then it was about maybe 2 weeks or so of this happening, and I kept, you know, looking it up, you know, I kept trying to just refresh it, you know, coming back every day to see if it would come back. And eventually I reached out to the Spotify support team here in my country, and they actually responded saying that for some reason that not even they could explain, the songs that were licensed by KakaoM, you know, the South Korean music distributor, they completely pulled out the songs from Spotify, you know, recently, and they had no explanation for it, you know. So it's one of those things that it happens, and you just gotta be patient, you know, and wait for them to come back if they ever do. Now, I really don't understand why this was a thing, because K-pop is something that is worldwide known. Who is calling me? It's my dad. Oh my God, man. Oh boy, that worked up a sweat. I had to go downstairs to get my food. You know, my dad was delivering me some home-cooked meal, you know, made by my mom. But then the kids saw me and they know I'm a YouTuber. They came over to chat a little bit, you know. Then I started talking with my neighbor, and now I'm back. But anyway, so man, I'm tired. It's really hot outside. So anyway, going back to the whole controversy thing. So then the Spotify support team told me that, you know, the songs were just completely wiped out temporarily. They had no idea when it was gonna come back. But then the issue there is that, like, I basically had to just wait, you know. Nothing else that I looked for online actually gave me any credible solutions, you know. Nothing was really, there was no hope for the songs to come back, you know. So I just kind of kept waiting and waiting and waiting, you know. And then suddenly, a few days ago, they came back on completely on their own, you know. It just, all of the songs that I had, all the ones that had were previously disappeared, just came right back, you know. And I was euphoric. I was over the moon. But I still didn't understand. It didn't make a single shred of sense, you know? And that's when I actually stumbled across an article in a newspaper, an online newspaper, that actually explained that there was a rift, a legal dispute between Spotify and KakaoM, you know? Now, what exactly it entailed, I can't remember, you know? It was a long and lengthy article, you know? But basically what I understood is that there was a little issue with the streaming platform of KakaoM, where they just they wanted to kind of be their own thing, you know. They wanted to take all of the K-pop songs that were under their moniker and distribute it with their own platform, you know, which didn't entail all of the K-pop artists, you know. There were just a select few, which I guess were the ones that weren't independent enough to keep their own thing. That there was something with record labels involved, so it was a whole legal battle there. So, but that, like, hundreds of songs, guys, we're talking about hundreds of K-pop songs being pulled from Spotify literally overnight, you know, and it was insufferable for me specifically. Now, following that though, things were, I mean, after I read that, it didn't make sense. You know, it's actually funny because the whole controversy happened, and then later it came back by itself, and that's when I found out what happened, you know. It was a very, very weird thing. I just had to kind of wait it out, and it eventually came back. And of course, I went on a binge listening spree, listening to all the songs that I didn't have access to for a few days, and it was crazy, you know. And I mean, for, like, honestly, like, it does make more sense, guys, for Spotify to have these distributing rights, you know, because let's be honest, if, like, Spotify is accessible anywhere in the world, you know, and you have access to songs from all different kinds of genres. So if you want to, if you are a K-pop distributor and you want to take all of these songs and just distribute them through your own emissary, it's not going to really be too good for you in the long run, you know. So I'm happy that they finally settled on something, you know. I'm happy that it was the situation was resolved, you know, with however they were able to do it. And it does make more sense this way, because Spotify is like if you take away, you know, like, for example, somebody, like, people in Asia probably just use Spotify to hear music from their country, you know, I can imagine. So if you take that away from Spotify, you're going to make them find this on another platform. You're going to force them to consume it elsewhere. So Spotify, without the addition of K-pop, at least to me, was very inconvenient. To people who don't even listen to K-pop, it obviously didn't affect them at all. But because I consume a lot of K-pop, if you guys want to know more about that, go watch my Spotify retrospective video that I did last year, and you're going to understand exactly why, you know, K-pop is so prominent in my life right now. Now, this whole thing it's kind of scary in a way because it gave me an idea of how heavy my addiction is to this musical genre, you know? Because going like upwards of 2 weeks without listening to, it's not that I didn't listen to it. I did still listen to some bands here and there, you know, some different groups, but it wasn't the same because there are certain songs that I literally have to listen to every day, you know? There's like 2 or 3 songs that I literally have to consume every single day or I just don't feel good, you know? Even if it's while I'm walking down to work, I'm washing my dishes, I'm doing chores, there are certain songs that I literally have to listen to within the K-pop genre or my day will just not go very well at all, you know? And in the time that I didn't have these songs, I listened to a few other ones, you know, just to keep myself a little bit level-headed. I listened to some BOA Kwan, you know, who I consider to be the queen of Asian music, and also Utada Hikaru, my favorite Japanese singer. So it wasn't all time wasted, but I did feel an unscratchable itch, you know, somewhere inside of me. You know that itch that you get sometimes that's like right under your skin, and no matter how hard you scratch, you can't satisfy it, you know? That's what it was like for me not listening to certain K-pop songs, you know? And I'm very happy that, you know, things were settled and I have all of these songs again, you know, in my playlists, but I'm kind of scared now. It's almost like it's a lesson in, you know, valuing something before it's gone. You know, it's like a wasp just flew inside my window and flew right back out. Okay, so it probably saw me and then left because it knows I would kill it painfully. So it's like you don't know what you have until it's gone. You have it and you take it for granted, and then only when it's taken away from you, that's when you realize how important it is, you know, and that's what K-pop was for me. I was always grateful to have all of these different songs and make my own playlists, you know, I never took it for granted. But even so, it felt like I did, you know, because I suddenly lost it, and now it's like I want to listen to it every single day even more, you know. I want to listen to all the bands that I listen to. I want to consume as much as I can, you know, get through as many playlists as possible, you know, because I know that one day they might take it away again, and this time it might even be permanently, you know. I don't know what they settled on, Spotify and KakaoM, you know. I don't know what the agreement was, but hopefully it's very long lasting, you know. It's not, and it's not gonna, nobody's gonna go back on it, because if they do, when it comes to business deals in the music industry, guys, it's very common for there not to be any second chances. Like usually when you make a decision, you don't really go back on it, you know. So I hope that this isn't one of those cases. And in any event, you know, if you were waiting for a chance to get into K-pop, now is the time, because, you know, these songs might not be available forever, but while they are, I'm going to keep consuming them more and more and more without any hassle. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what happened, and that was really affecting my personal life lately, and I was feeling crazy. I was going out of my mind, but now it's all good. Thank God all of my songs are back where they belong, and I can listen to them again. I can just jam non-stop every day. But that's it, guys, okay? If you didn't even know about this, then now you do, you know. The more you know, the more smart you become and whatnot, you know. But I'm pretty sure if you don't even like K-pop, you won't even care about this video at all. You'll probably just like, probably not even watch it. But if you do, I would appreciate a like, or even a dislike if you didn't like it, you know. Both of them help my channel grow and the video itself, so there we go. So that's it, guys. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.